rows and rows of books.
So which book draws your attention, or what draws your
They
attention?
all seem to be the same, but this one in the middle, I mean, they're all brown, leather bound, and this one has...
What's in that one? What kind of energy does it have?
Circle. I don't know. It's a calling energy, like a tassel coming off of it. Kind of thing.
What happens as you take it off the shelf?
It welcomes me,
How do you receive that welcome?
like I've been searching for it.
Good. What's in this book?
Everything. All the other books are in this book too.
Good.
All the books are the same. All the knowledge is the same.
What does that mean to you?
The truth is the truth.
Can you ask this book questions?
Can I ask questions? I feel like I can get any answer I want to know.
May I start asking your questions?
Please. Why have I felt like it's a job to be here?
What comes through?
Because it is a job.
Tell me about this job.
There's a lot of work to be done. So much work.
You had a vision that said get to work. What was that about?
I don't know. I don't know where I'm in here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know I'm seeing the book. I was just seeing the book. I don't know if there's... Where did this answer come from in the book?
That's okay. You can think about that later.
Okay.
Keep asking questions. I want to know about your sungazing.
Me too.
Ask the book directly.
Does sungazing work? It was absolute. I didn't even ask the question. It
Good.
was like, you know it works.
Why are you so drawn to sungazing at this time?
Because I know. I know that that's what I'm supposed to do.
And what will happen as you do?
I will change.
In what sense?
I will become lighter.
What was happening to you today? You were passing through all that light and you said, I'm feeling lighter. What was that all about?
I was getting lighter.
In what sense? Tell me about it.
It's all coming to fruition. The lightness for me.
Mm-hmm. How come you've been eating less? Just having water, sun, protein shakes, but actually keeping some of your weight. What's happening to the body?
I'm getting the substances I need, the nutrients I need from the earth.
And how are you doing that?
The sunlight grows the water molecules to energy.
What's happening in your body?
It moves the water. It moves. It's all movement for growth. It's not like growth. It's like maintenance.
What kind of maintenance does your body need?
Nutrients.
What kind of nutrients? For what?
I keep seeing sunlight in water.
Good.
And it's just to breathe. I can see the body like a human engine. An engine, in the way it operates, fuel to meet the spark to provide a boom. So there's a boom that goes bang that makes the piston push, energy out through exhaust, and that's what makes your car go, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can see it as the human. You plant yourself like the seed and it grows. It just materializes from the energies. Water is an energy. Sunlight's an energy. All you're doing is combining energies.
Mm-hmm. Well, you asked me today, why is breathing entering this equation? What does it have to do with sun gazing?
It's that third part, oxygen. It's important you need the levels of oxygen at high quantities.
Why are you being given this information at this time?
It's for me. It's for all of us. It's for all of us.
And what should we do with this information? What does it mean?
Use it
What's the best way?
to practice and to teach. Each one, teach one.
And what do you want to teach about breathing and sun gazing? What's the protocol? Is there one?
Not really. If you just do it right, take all the distract out of the way. Feet to earth, eyes to sun. The earth does the rest.
Good. Any specific time or place?
Sunrise, sunset,
Wherever you are? Or?
anywhere, everywhere.
And what happens as you do this process?
Water. Water helps.
In what sense? What is the water doing?
Stand in the water.
So be in water as you do this?
Like a river.
So a stream of water.
Sun gazing by itself works. A stream of water electrifies it almost.
Like an amp?
Yeah,
Okay.
like an amp.
What else do you become aware of? You said breath is the third component. What part does that play?
Oxygen molecules mixing with... I could see it.
Tell me about it.
Okay, well, oxygen, when it comes in, it mixes with the water, but there's an electrical charge from the sunlight that stays in you and resonates and sits there and recharges through water entering.
And what is this whole process for?
How long does this last? You feed as long as it feeds. What is this process for? To receive the light.
And what happens as a human body does?
Energy. Energy is expelled.
What kind of energy?
Physical.
And why is this information given to us at this time? What are people to do with it?
Use it.
Or?
Everybody needs to know it exists.
And what will they find as they practice this?
Health. Their mind is clearer. Their mind is healthier. And it's lighter to communicate.
And what kind of communication can they receive in this way?
Thoughts.
Tell me about those thoughts.
We can talk easier when our frequencies have changed.
And what are we talking to?
We are lighter. We can communicate easier with each other through mind. Yes.
So is this like a telepathic kind of communication?
Yes.
Okay. And why is that important at this time?
For the shift,
What kind of shift?
it's important that people are always in communication with each other. People don't always verbalize the right words. This time, a lot is being lost through translation. And we're going that up
So this kind of communication is different?
completely.
In what way? Is it kind of cleaner?
It's pure. It's pure.
So nothing's going to get lost in translation?
It's the words that don't get said. They don't get missed. The unsaid words get seen.
So this is like a transparency? Like everything is just there?
Yeah.
And why is that kind of disclosure more important than choosing certain words or not choosing to say anything?
To know. People lie. But when you know you can't. Lies. Wait, can lies... lies can't be communicated like that.
They just won't pass through? Is that what it is?
You can't create a lie? Yeah.
So there's no interference.
It's truth. It's all truth.
And why is that important?
Because people don't say. People don't say. And people not saying only allows the ones who are saying to be heard.
And what is not being said at this time?
The truth.
And what is the truth?
All of it, but none of this. Like, it's all true, but none of this is true.
Tell me more. Just try to keep talking. You can think about it later.
It's all true here. We're here, we see it, but none of it's true as far as the illusion. We're here, we're really feeling, but we're not. Because there is more, and this isn't it.
Good. And why do we need more at this time?
Because this vacation is not a vacation anymore.
Tell me more about that.
Earth is a destination, is a vacation for sorts. People, they've been saying, right? That's how I'm understanding it. And it's not a vacation anymore. Everyone comes here with work to do. Because there's so much to be done.
Is there new work that needs to be done at this time?
There's a continuous work.
And what is this work here? Let it come through. You can think about it later.
This is work.
What is it?
Just to create change. To create the change in people that they need.
And what is needed at this time?
The understanding of the way of the universe. That it is magic. That there's magic in the universe. And it can't be seen unless it's shown.
And why are you showing it to him today?
Because he believes now. And he can show. He can show others.
What's the best way?
Just be. Just be.
What were you showing him with that cell inside of some kind of other energy bubble? You told him the same message there, just be. What was that all about?
To just be a part of the growth. You can't grow faster than you want to.
Who are we speaking to right now?
Who are we speaking to right now? I am. Part of me. Part of it.
It's another aspect of.
I think this is me thinking too hard. But I don't know. I don't think we're in the subconscious yet.
Okay, good. So this is from the book or somehow connected?
That's interesting, yeah. Yeah, because the room is still there and I visually have it in my hand this whole time. But it wasn't, but it isn't, it is there, it isn't there. Like it's been gone, but it is there. Like we're looking into it.
What do you see as you look into it? Is that where the answers appear, or how do you interact with it?
Well, that's strange. I just kind of see it for what it is. It moves. I'm holding it. It's in front of me. I'm by it. I'm reading it, but there's no pages. It's brown. It's all brown, and it just is. It's alive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's pages, but the pages are like thick leather bound, and there's no writing.
Uh-huh.
But there's information.
Very good.
There's knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Tupac quote. He once said, "I don't think I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee you I spark the imagination of the person who does." I could almost see him in other realms just being like, yes, my boy got the message.
Mm-hmm. What was the message?
The message is that I have to change the world. I get to change the world.
Why have you always missed home so much?
I'm not from here. I know I'm not from here.
See if there's any information in the book about that.
Seems clear. It's not from here.
What do you need to know about that? Is it important to know where you are from?
Kind of want to know where I'm from. But the level of importance? No. I think I've always felt like I was somebody somewhere else. That's why I've always felt like I was somebody here. I felt like I'm somebody somewhere else because I have an audacious plan here. I could see it. I could see it being written with a couple of buddies. Everybody's like, that's going to be hard. I'm like, no. I'm somebody and I can do that. No, I can't. I only move forward for change.
And how do you know,
I want to be the change.
How do you know when to act, when things are aligned?
By just going and being.
What else is coming through from the book? See if you can get into the receiving mode. What is the book here to tell you?
It's open. It just remains open. And the pages are unwritten. I don't know.
How do you...
Maybe that's it.
Story's not fully written. What does that mean to you?
It'd be anything then. Potential is limitless.
What was that gold energy? What was happening there? Why was that important to see today?
The warmth, the frequency of the warmth.
Mm-hmm.
It's warm. You feel warm with it.
Mm-hmm. Why is that important?
It's a frequency thing to know. All radios, components, all that kind of stuff, motherboards, they all have gold components in there. And those components are to transfer energy. Gold does that. Gold is important to be known for him so that he knows that there's a frequency to tap into that other people are on.
Mm-hmm. And what will he find as he taps into that frequency?
Love.
Mm-hmm. You showed him a lot of love today. Why did you choose to do that?
He feels unloved regularly. But that's not it.
You showed him today he is loved.
By many.
What should he know about that to help him on his journey?
It's easier to move with love. It's easier to move with love.
Mm-hmm.
The only way to move is with love.
Mm-hmm. That's the only path forward?
Yes.
Good. Is anything else coming through this library, this book space?
It was just a space. I mean, I see the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that it's just one bit. But I don't have answers pouring out of it. I just, unless there's a question asked, and I don't even know where that answer is coming from.
That's okay.
Okay.
Do you mind if I switch now to directly speak to your subconscious?
Please.
Okay.
Yes.
Why did you show some of these scenes today? Starting with that spiral building, the one that looked like Mercury.
To understand how moldable things are. That building was a metal substance that was formed. All the oranges was molten to show him that a formed structure can remain when formed with the right materials.
Why is that important for him to know today?
Often he feels like he is not going to last. He's not built for this fight. Quite frankly, doesn't want it most days.
Mm-hmm. What's causing this?
Weariness? Fatigue?
What's the origin of that fatigue?
Everything's been a battle. It's always been a fight. Fight after fight after fight. Nothing proven. You win fights, you lose fights. Most people don't even remember them.
Did he choose to have those as part of his life experience? That things need to go that way?
Yes.
What was he trying to understand for all those
Solved.
fights?
Nothing solved.
Nothing solved. Why was that a lesson he wanted to learn?
Had to. Problems are solvable. Fighting hasn't solved not one of his problems.
Is this his first lifetime fighting?
No.
What's the origin of all this fight?
Warriors are warriors, and you're a warrior. You trained yourself to be a warrior. Warriors fight wars. Wars cannot be won. Only loss in war. There's only loss in war.
What was he hoping to learn by being a warrior?
To not be scared.
Why is that so important for his life today?
To not be scared. Fear is taught. Can teach people how to not be scared. It's the fear. People need to come out of the fear. And the only way through it is bravery or lack of fear.
So has he learned the lesson in this lifetime about war and warring and being a warrior?
Yes.
And what was that lesson?
To not give up, to keep fighting.
But you said that fighting doesn't lead to any solutions.
Fight for life. To not allow life to be a victim to life. Life is hard, it's unfair, and it's cruel. We all need to learn that to go forward. But it doesn't have to be. It's not supposed to be. It's all been a purpose.
And what is that purpose?
To be better. To be better than the last time.
So he's only in competition with previous versions of himself?
We all are.
What was the point you were making about using those materials the right way? What is he here to build with the right materials?
The change, to get out of the way of the competition of himself. By moving with love, and the rest will come.
What was happening when that man confronted him with a sword, seemingly out of the blue, a machete?
A change of energy. It was down, and he needed an energy shift. It was just a quick poke. Quick poke. Because he wasn't even down for real. But he didn't know how to get back up.
How did that man enter his experience?
Through a wave of needing to outlet. That was an outlet. He needed to scream at somebody and needed to hear that life is valuable today.
So they both got something out of it.
Yeah.
So back to the materials piece. What is he here to build? What are you alluding to with gold and those other materials?
A solid foundation. It has to be solid.
And what are those goosebumps?
He knows.
And the ringing in the ears?
He needed to listen. He couldn't hear until he could. And he believed. He believed from that point forward. That's what needed to happen.
Very good. He told me he feels like a volunteer. What should he know about it?
He did. He is. He believes he can make a change.
And what about this other aspect of him that you said exists elsewhere? Is he connected to that aspect now?
No. But yes. There's a memory of. Dark had to come into his life. So he knew it existed. So he knew it was there. It had to. Because without darkness, there is no light shining. Light is only light because of darkness as well. Darkness is only darkness because of light, but there's two sides to that coin.
And why did you want him to experience all the things he did in this lifetime?
To see the darkness hasn't always been, but it's necessary because the world is so much darker than it is light. It's not supposed to be.
What caused this to happen?
Time, people, trajectory, trade.
What kind of trade?
Well, people have things. They need to have things. They like to have things, and the trade's gotten to extent. There's too much. There's too much. This vacation was here for a relaxation, and it's not. It's turned into a world that's heavy, and it doesn't have to be. It's not supposed to. People are not supposed to be mean to each other. There's love and there's kindness. Everything else could happen off of that. I mean, as far as a happy, joyous world. We shouldn't want to feel like we want to live forever. We should all know what this is. We should all know we're coming here for a vacation to experience in human form and leave when you want. The ways of the world have trapped man, and man is lost upon it. The change stops all of that. To continue forward, it has to be positive. It can't keep progressing in a negative state.
Is there a shift happening?
Yes. People.
What's changing in people?
The consciousness. The love. People are coming back. All things in programming are geared to separate and for hate, fear. The shift is people are coming back to love. The consciousness is shifting towards love. The frequencies are pushing us to negative energies because it's what's sold to us. There's an abundance of things here. Some of it's energy. Energy is here whether it's negative or positive, right? Mm-hmm. And negative energy has to go somewhere and it just keeps multiplying.
Does it have nowhere else to go? Why is it so hooked here?
With the people. It's hooked here because the people who know force it upon the masses. And it's kept its hook in there. So through music, in culture, it's turned this place to almost an unbearable place. It looks like there's no love. The love is here, the frequency's wrong. It comes through in our music, it's full of hate. There is a conscious shift that's happened. But there's people who carry momentum and they force energy further and faster.
Mm-hmm. What should he know about that today?
Keep flying at full force.
What will he find as he does?
That his energy builds momentum. And often people are listening to what he's saying and hear him and believe it. As he keeps moving with that, the momentum will pick up and he will feel the push from behind and not just within.
Mm-hmm. Why did you show him such beautiful and magical things like the unicorn and the butterfly? What was that all about?
Colors. Vibrant colors is his spirit. The vibrancy of the colors of the universe that make him move. The beauty. There's love in all of these things. And love is enough. Love is enough to create the energy for the momentum.
You showed him a tree extending from its heart. What was that?
Love. It is all love. Environment, love. He walks around in a park by a river and feels really in tune with spirits, and he can feel it. That's where he feels most love, when the sun is kissing his skin. The air waving its wind on it feels like it's helping him breathe. All of it. He feels in tune with nature.
Why did he hook into sun gazing at this time? That coupled with breathing.
That's the change. That's to change everybody. It's here. It's to be appreciated.
And is he a carrier of this knowledge for a specific reason?
Yes. Everyone needs to listen. Everyone should be on this page already. People are picking up the pages. Some people put them down. He's gotten on this page and he's running. And he wants everybody on the page with him. To feed off of the sun, you can plant your naked feet into any dirt, water source, river, shallow part of a lake where you get dirt and water. Electrifies the energies that the sun brings in at mild input times of light. Sun is a blinding surface. Sunrise, sunset. The body is equipped to feed off of sun to grow and flourish and energize, as say like a plant does.
And what was that bit about communicating? A new kind of communication?
The frequency is changed. It's a different frequency. So the body is lighter, and I think vibrations travel through on a telepathic level easier because of the lightness.
Uh-huh.
Am I guessing?
Yeah, just let it come through. You can think about that later. Let everything that needs to come through just move through you. And then use your discernment to think about it.
No, we can communicate with the mind.
Mm-hmm. And have we had that ability before?
Humans? Yes. And no, some do now.
Mm-hmm. And what have they tapped into that allows them to do this?
A platform is created to communicate with open lines of communication. Mm-hmm. It's almost like a direct channel, like someone thinks and says, hey, I'm going to put this notepad in our thinking barrier. and you and I just write back and forth and we can share. No one else can know. Kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You just make up in your mind that you'll do it with someone and you do it.
He wants to know if at some point he can go a certain amount of time without eating based on sungazing.
Yes. It's happening. He's getting lighter now. Through light. And just to prove it, we've made him heavier. How else does he know it's working?
Mm-hmm. What else are you showing him through the body?
He's put a lot of changes on. I mean, just with the sun gazes, put his diet to fruit. Never have we ever needed to eat other souls. It's not here for that. So he needed to see.
So you're giving him permission to believe and trust that he's on the right track?
Yes, there's other ways. He's always said there's secrets to this universe, and he wanted them. We're working them in.
Well, he seems reinvigorated. What was happening that started some kind of massive shift in him?
It was time for him to see. It's nowhere near what he thought it is.
Why 2 days before?
Dates. Dates are important. Dates are important with this one here. Time and place kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Dates in this one are something. All dates everywhere mean something here.
Mm-hmm. Were those dates specifically important?
Yeah, it was to have a better understanding of the belief.
Does it help solidify something, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
That it is all happening exactly where it's supposed to.
Good. He wants to know about his connection to
Family, the air of light. Connection. They're of the same.
You were talking today about telepathic communication. Are they able to communicate in that way?
They don't. They haven't. Can.
Is that something that would serve them in any way?
Absolutely.
Is there any way you can connect them now so they can do this if they wish?
Yes.
Will you notice anything?
Yes. There was just a little touch and dab here and there to say, hey, you can see his thoughts. He could see your thoughts. It's a profoundly positive, because they could connect on their levels where they're at to teach people that this is a thing to do.
And what will happen if they try to do that?
People will listen, and they will want to be involved and create groups and circles of bringing people together.
And how can this be used for the highest good, for the light?
It's always been about us being together, not the collective, but the one. Humans are all about self-identity, and it's not a mass identity. There's different masses here, though, so collectively, it's a war. There's been a design where people aren't supposed to come together. People come together and all of this changes.
And is this one way for people to come together? Through this
People
freedom
need to come together.
Is there anything he wants to say to using this communication now that the line is open? Can he access his energy?
We're about to have some fun. The power of the mind is limitless, and we're going to prove it.
See if you can get a response. Tap into his energy.
I think so.
What does he say? Give voice to it. Don't judge it. Don't overthink it. Let it come through. I see you smiling.
Because that's what he greeted me with, a smile. It's like, what's up, man? I knew one day you would be here. I want to show him. His excitement was, I'm here. Oh, you see. You can see. Mm-hmm. You see what it is now. Like, he's always been waiting for me to get bigger, and he knows. He's always known. Who is? He's somebody. He's traveled a lot. And he knows a lot. Being about action is getting out of your fears and, knowing what they are and that kind of stuff. And I had come to the conclusion about this time last year that the worst things that have ever happened to me have been in my head. Like, I made them up. I can make up the worst case scenario, and that scares me more than anything ever has really scared me. The what could happen. And in positivity too. The struggle has always come from the struggle.
And did that serve any purpose for your soul growth?
It's been the purpose for all growth for me, it seems.
Does it still serve you in some way?
I say no, because I don't want it anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't want that struggle. I'm done with it. That monkey is off my back. And I feel that way.
I want you to take a deep breath, the way you described to me. And as you do, go deeper and deeper back into that subconscious state. Why is he kind of getting to the brink with this job? Is there any significance to that?
He knows what to do.
So he's on the right path.
He's going exactly where we need him.
Okay, good. Well, he just wants to know he's not in it alone.
He questions it regularly. They're coming.
Are they online yet?
Do they know their mission?
Mm-hmm.
Some. There's a lot. There's a lot of people here. All are in tuned. Everybody's
sense.
ready. When he comes, they'll say yes.
He said, I want to quit smoking. What's causing him to smoke?
He's done smoking. He's quit already.
Mm-hmm. What caused that to happen?
Us, you need to be lighter. His energy shifts. Smoke, slow energy. No energy. It's done.
He wants to know, who am I? Where am I from? Who are my allies? Have I lived here before?
Yes, you've lived here before. Where are you from? I'm not seeing. But no, you're not from here. No one is.
So are there any Earth souls?
The best way to describe an Earth soul would be in karma.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone who's been in the wheel and stuck here for a long time. Like they're almost so far gone from who they are that they're here, from here almost. But that's not true.
So nobody started here.
Nothing.
Is there anything that requires healing in his body? Physical,
No.
emotional? No.
He's getting better. With age, he is like wine. Better and better.
Very good. And what's causing this to happen?
Us and knowledge. He needs to know, but people need to know. And it's not for today's story, it's for tomorrow. There'll be a time when this story gets told. When he tells his story, people will believe it. People will say, you can age backwards. That's what he's doing.
What were those cysts in his ears about?
The communicators. Frequent. It has kept an open line of communication.
With?
Us.
And what are you sending to him?
It was for him. We don't send him. It's so he can. He will.
And what should he know about that today to help him?
He's always known he's different. And he's right. He's on a path like no other. And he's right. We all are. But he knows. He knows this. It's time to get to work. It's time to bring the people together. All people must come together.
How will he know that he's supposed to be with certain people?
Through love. They know. The newly opened hearts. They follow the light.
Is there anything else you want him to know today?
It's love. There is communication. He can and will choose to communicate with us now.
And what will he find as he does?
Guidance, clairvoyance, understanding about everything. The bigger picture. It gets foggy, but it's clear.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask a funny question?
Yes.
When he came back from the bathroom, my phone started to completely glitch out. Was that just a technical thing or what?
We're throwing energies around.
How come?
Because your energies are a lot.
Mm-hmm.
His is a lot, but yours is a lot. You know your energy. And there had to be something for him, probably, to justify it, to give it validity.
And what did that have to do with the tech?
What else can mess up tech?
Lots of energy. So it was his energy?
Ours.
Okay. Anything else you want to say today for his highest good?
It's all love. Love is the right direction. Move that way and he'll be A-okay. Along with everyone else.
It's beautiful.
It is the answer to all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.